Review Game Threefold Recital, In Search of Truth. Threefold Recital is an effective platformer and action-adventure game with varied and engaging puzzles. In this video, we will review the game. There are many video games that use ancient myths and legends in their narrative backgrounds. Considering the high potential of this type of stories and their widespread, with a little art and precision, the story can be delivered well. Over the past few years, the quality of games from Chinese studios has increased, and we are witnessing the release of good works from these studios. Maybe you can play this masterpiece Black Myth, Wukong, even if it was nominated for the best game of 2024. The game Threefold Recital is also developed by a Chinese independent studio called Everscape Games. This game is based on Chinese legends and is available for the PC platform through Steam. Next, we will review this game. The world is fantasy, where humans live alongside dragons and beastlings. For many years, the city of Blue Scales has been a welcoming destination. But finally, this period is coming to an end and various problems have occurred and the city is facing serious danger. Years ago, a wolf, a fox, and a snake lived if they were very patient and intelligent. After many searches, these animals became humanoid animals. The story of the wolf is called Tiraratna if he is a monk. King Fox is now a priest and Trancha is also an artist. It is the responsibility of the player to control these three characters and we must save the city from danger. The first part is the case with the presence of all three characters, then a separate chapter is considered for each character, and finally, we are witnessing the presence of two chapters with the presence of Mujadid. Each character has their own special power that will help them in the gameplay. Triratna can create lines of karma and cut them, King expert in Taoism talismans including transforming materials into each other, similar to alchemy, and can import worlds with more dimensions, and finally Trancha can also import paintings, through they can be moved and appear to be other people. From a narrative point of view, the game has its own complexities and subtleties, if you can solve them in the best way possible. Due to the mythological background of this story, the game could face many difficulties to answer the questions, but fortunately, the creative team has focused well on different parts of the story and no question remains unanswered. Of course, unfortunately, this expansion has a high price and the dialogues are very long and sometimes boring. Although we are dealing with a game with a narrative axis and it is natural to play only the story for a long time, but in some cases it has been exaggerated and for long minutes you only have to read the dialogues. This problem itself is a negative point for the game. If we pass on the story, it's time for the gameplay Threefold Recital. Most of the gameplay moments are dedicated to moving around the environment and solving various puzzles. An important part of the puzzle is related to the powers of each character. For example, if Triratna comes across a package, it can find the lines to work on it and then it has to open the lines. The process is bad if some of the lines are crooked and you have to remove the other lines first so that you can cut that line as well. Or, for example, the orange letters act like bombs, and you must be careful, destroy the other letters first to destroy that letter as well. For Tai King, these puzzles may be in bad shape if they have to produce special tools. To do this, you need to first find the necessary tools to perform this conversion, and then use the tool to build a special tool. This is also the case with Trancha. If you may encounter a path where you don't have the ability to progress in it, and with the help of this character, you can move through paintings. Or it is possible that you need to deceive a person somewhere else, and in this case, you will shape yourself into another person in order to advance your work. Apart from these puzzles, the game also contains various other puzzles, and thus we are faced with different types of puzzles. In addition to the main duties of each stage, there are also various sub-duties, each of which has its own path. Therefore, the game can be praised. However, it is worth noting that in the final part of the game, the puzzles of the game will become illogically difficult, and the completion of each of them will take a long time. The worst thing is that there is no guide in the game, and if you get stuck, you will have a hard time solving the puzzle. The other two aspects of this game are graphics and music. The artistic design of this game is beautifully done, and each environment and character has its own special details. The game runs well on computer systems, except for one case. I did not encounter any bugs during the entire experience of this game. Also, since this game is developed with Unity engine, it runs on most systems. In terms of music, we are facing good Turks, however, some of them may be repeated over time. Of course, considering the price tag of $15 and the long duration of this effect, which will last more than an hour, this case cannot be considered a weak point for the game. All in all, the Threefold Recital is a good start to permanent works in 2025. This story-oriented game has a rich mythological story, and besides, friendly characters and various puzzles will make the game a good experience for the player. The Threefold Recital is a dream start for permanent works in the year 2025. This game, with a rich story inspired by Chinese legends, has good characters that each have their own special abilities. Good puzzles are included in the game and have a high variety. If you are a fan of historical fiction, this game can be a good choice for you. However, sometimes the game dialogues are too long and the final puzzles are also illogical. Strengths. The puzzles are varied and engaging. Appropriate use of the power of each character. A rich story inspired by Chinese legends. Duration of long-term play with regard to the price tag itself. Weak points. Irrational puzzles ultimate. Long and boring dialogues.
If you like this video, like it now, and become a member of our family by pressing the subscribe button. Activate the bell so you never miss our interesting videos.